stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly seen, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
As we all are too aware, today we mark the 12th anniversary of a horrific day in the lives of all Americans. The September 11 World Trade Center attack, we all know too well. We mark this day with remembrance. We gather as a family, not only remembering our own Staten Island souls lost, but all those who perished on that faithful day.
Let us be ever mindful of each sacrifice made on behalf of the American people by our sons, daughters, husbands, wives, fathers, and friends. Lord, really, we do not think that you forget us, and so be with us not only on this night, and indeed always for time to come. For we ask this in your name. Amen.
Army Staff Sergeant Michael H. Ollis, killed in his second deployment in Afghanistan. Our thoughts and prayers are with his loved ones. Moment of silence, please.
A gentleman came over to me, he says a plane just flew into the World Trade Center, and knowing that it was a beautiful day, we all thought there was probably someone that took a heart attack with a small plane and flew into it, but then we found out it wasn't. And I was standing right between those two wings there, and I saw the building collapse. And I made a commitment to myself that if I was fortunate enough to be elected, I would build a memorial there. Some were dreaming about getting married, some were dreaming about having a child, someone was dreaming about going to school at night to further their career, not knowing that the next morning that it would be deceased and gone. But through bad weather, rainy nights, cold nights, warm nights, but we've had people coming here, and people still write, we still get letters, and it's a comfort to so many people. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the privilege and honor to represent you for 12 years. And I pray to God I didn't disappoint you. Thank you.
It's a sacred day, and I've always thought that this moving memorial that so beautifully pays tribute to some 275 lost lives is exactly the right thing in the right place, done at the right time by the right person. It's hard to believe that it's been 12 years. The images of that terrible morning are still fresh in our minds. I do remember, just like Jim, where I was, and somebody said, oh, there was a plane that went into one of the World Trade Center, and I looked up at the television, and they said it was a small plane, and you could see the gash from one side of the building, and I said, that's not a small plane. And I didn't know how that happened or why, and a few minutes later it was pretty obvious what it was. It was somebody, a group of people trying to take away the rights that we have fought for 225, 235 years, and that we hold so precious, and that unfortunately too many of our citizens take for granted. And these things are all wake-up calls that freedom is not free. The sense of loss that so many of you felt is something that I can only imagine, and I hope, quite honestly, I never find out what it's like to lose one of my daughters or a close friend to some tragedy like this. But our prayers are with you, and we can do only one thing. We can make a better life for the survivors and those left behind, and we will do that.
I'm honored to read some of the names of our beloved heroes who lost their lives on that horrific day. May they rest in peace with God our Father for all eternity until we are reunited with them. We will never forget. Francisco Cruz, Captain Martin Joseph Egan Jr., FDNY. Carol Beth Eggert. Captain Michael A. Esposito, FDNY. Firefighter Francis Esposito. Deborah Ann DiMartino. Barbara G. Etzold. Battalion Chief Joseph Farrelly, FDNY. Rosa Feliciano, David Ferrugio, and my special angel and my special personal hero, my nephew, Neil Matthew Dollard.
Patricia A. Curis, Felicia Dunn Jones, James Patrick Ladley, Firefighter David LaForge, Lieutenant Joseph P. Gullickson, FDNY, and my wife, Barbara Mary Habib.